Hello everyone. Let us continue learning C++ programming. In our previous video, we discussed about different types of polymorphism. We talked about upcasting and downcasting. We even discussed about dynamic casting and their usages. And we have discussed a lot in detail about virtual functions and pure virtual functions. In this part of the video, we're going to talk about another form of polymorphism, which is called as operator overloading. How an operator can be overloaded. Let's see. Let us create a new file, and I'll save this file with the name of overload.cpp. And conventional way, we are starting with the header file includes here, which is the IO string header file for C++ programming. And starting with our namespace include, namespace, which is the standard namespace we include for C in and C out functionality. And I'm just starting with my main function directly. And in the main function, I'm creating two strings, str1, which is hello, and my other string, str2, which is world. If we wanted to combine these two strings into a new string, I call str3, which is basically str1 plus str with a space in between and followed by str2. And when I see out to the string 3 and then do the return 0 statement, I'll clear the screen. I'll compile with G++ compiler, overload.cpp -o overload. As you can very well see, there are no errors. So let's run this code again. And you can very well see it has concatenated perfectly hello space world. So the plus operator is already being overloaded. So the plus operator, what it usually does is, if it is an integer number, 6 plus 5, 4, it returns 11. If the arguments are strings, hello space world, it perfectly concatenates into a single string, hello space world. So it concatenates the operation. Okay, so it is perfectly overloaded. Now I wanted to try a new thing where instead of having these many strings, I'll call only one string with the name of str, and I create another string called str2, which is nothing but I have an integer variable n which takes a value of 5, and I call string 2, which should be string multiplied by n, which means I want the hello word, hello as a word, to be repeated 5 number of times with the number called n, which means I wanted the star operator to be overloaded, but that isn't possible yet because we haven't overloaded yet. So when I clear the screen, compile this again, you could see it is not overloaded. So that is the reason why we got a lot of errors here. Now let us see how that can be overloaded. So the string is the return type of the overload function, because whatever the output we get of this overloaded action, this being stored inside a string. So string should be the return type of this particular operator overload. So we are overloading operator, star operator, and the operator takes two arguments, that is one before it and after it. Before it, it takes string argument, and after it takes integer argument. So it is string yes, comma integer n. So these two are the arguments for that particular operator n, operator star. So within that function, within that overload function, I'm creating an empty string, and I'm running a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So this loop runs n number of times. Every time what I'm doing is I'm saying result is equal to result plus the string yes. So I'm appending that string yes to the result for n number of times, and finally I'm returning the result string here. So now when I clear the screen, compile the whole thing again, as you could very well see, there are no errors as of now. And when I run this code, overload, you could see the hello is being appended 5 number of times because the value given here is 5. And this is a quick little code which we can show you for the overload functionality. Hope the idea of operator overloading is clear to you. See you in the next part of the video. Thank you.